Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. It's episode 50 and our final episode of the first season? Is that how it would be on Netflix? I think so, right? If this is a series, this will be season 1. That is not going to be the end of Transport Fever. No, we're starting almost straight away with a playthrough of Squirrel's map, hard mode map. And so we'll be playing the game and you get to see how I approach that. At the moment we're sat at our partially worked station, but more importantly the fourth bridge over there, and you can see in the distance a couple more road bridges I put in. They are not the final product, no, they're a little bit low, but I did want to put them in as placeholders, so I got a rough idea. I fixed the line, thank you in the comments for pointing that out. I missed a stop on the return to one of the stations. Edinburgh Gateway, I think I missed. What's happening with the rest of this series as a whole? We're going to be revisiting the series throughout the new mini-series, playing the hard mode map. Yeah, so we're going to have updates. And at times, possibly 3 Transport Fevers in a week. I know we get less of this on a regular basis until we start up pretty much season 2. But until then, we get me playing a hard mode map. Properly. I say properly. Is there a proper way to play it? We all have our own ways of playing it. Hopefully I introduce something new. But I'll talk more about that on the first video as we're playing. But yes, so not over completely. Or in between the 2 seasons. It will be an episode. We may do some extra stuff to the map that I have planned. But I'll be going away and working a lot on the road networks mainly. All the tedious, boring stuff. I'm going to have to eyeball it and figure out where things go. Anywho, let's bring up the UI. Here we go. Let's go and take a look. This is all kind of outlining work. So I've got a rough idea of what needs to be here. Obviously, we're all at skoo whiff on scale. So this should be in the middle of the water. That should be further back there and longer. But we've just got to encapsulate the feeling, haven't we? It sort of does this with the tree line here. That'll do me. Yeah, these bridges are just kind of in as placeholders for now. They need to be quite a bit higher. This is not red. It is a suspension bridge, but it's not red. And we've got this one as well, which is kind of close. I'm just sort of happy I had this one installed. And yeah, I like that one. They'll do, won't they? It's a shame we don't have a more metally looking suspension bridge. Perhaps there is one on the workshop. But yes, this is roughly how these are going to be. But slightly off on the angle with this one. I may change it. I don't know whether it's required. Probably not at our scale. Going down here. Oh, I even did a little bit of work here. There's a little bit of, what would that be, silt or something under there? But yes, we've got this now. You know, try to paint it a little bit. Not perfect, but it certainly does the job and it's something to look at. Then over here, I've reshaped the island a touch. It's not an island, although it is on our map. It would be more of a peninsula, wouldn't it? From across the way here. Yeah. Because there's more Scotland up there. Where's our train? Has he already gone back? He's already off there. If we switch into rail mode, there we go. We've got a little portal thing going on to go and park our trains. I haven't actually built it yet. I didn't want to finalise it. It's got some little crossovers in here. It won't pick up much speed. We're kind of short on space, aren't we? I did the best I can. Where the train should go is obviously that way. But, yeah, we don't have that room. What we're doing today... There's our train going back there. It does now stop here. Today, we're off this way. Yes, we're heading to... Oh, Linlithgow. That's what I'm running with. There's not much to note on the line heading up there. I'm grinning. I'm the worst liar. Well, I wasn't lying, wasn't no. I was withholding cool stuff. What's the word? I don't know. Anyway, I'm bad at it. There is a massive viaduct here. I want to say almond viaduct. Almond. The nut. That viaduct is that. It's not called the nut. No, it is a nut. The almond. Why can't I say that word? Anyway, then we've got another little mini viaduct that's braced. And then we've got this here. Remember we were looking at this. Previous episode, was it? Either the previous or the one before that. I was like, cool, there's a tunnel here. Not just a tunnel, there's a town on top of it. So yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? We dive underneath the town. Then we join back up with this and make our way down. We're going to be going all the way down here. Linlithgow is there. I hope I'm pronouncing that even remotely close. Interesting little situation here. There's a little railway that's 20 mile an hour. Preserved railway? Or perhaps a local shuttle like we had on the Birmingham map? What was that called? The Parry People Carrier. That thing. Yeah, I don't know whether it's something like that. I have to look into that. But I'm going to leave that until we come back and to another episode and do it together. Because it looks cool, whatever it is. I think we've got some big old freight action going on down here. So I'm looking forward to that. And we're eventually going to make our way to Falkirk over here. Today we're going to end at Linlithgow because I would like to put another service in and get the viaduct looking roughly how we want it. Get the tunnel in, get the shape in. We'll take a look at the map and see what we've got ahead of us. I've not really asked you guys recently whether you like this bit where we go on Google Maps and take a look and try and see what I'm trying to figure out. We've got some cool stuff to do here with trams. Bit of an interesting bypass up here. We've got to fit all that in, obviously, because we need a nice dark tunnely bit there. This is going to be abbreviated, this long stretch, before we get to the junction. Now, that's the M8, I believe. Yes, my research has somewhat paid off. Or my memory has. And, yeah, we join the M9 up there and go under where we're heading. We've got a double bridge there on a junction. Isn't that wonderful? We've got a... What's this? I don't know. We've got some sort of siding? Maybe it's to hold trains up. The junction isn't straightforward as far as dragging the tracks. We've got to do a few crossovers there, which I like. So we cross over here, then we cross over again and branch off. And this one just branches straight out. Runs parallel and then out. I'll probably leave like a track width here. So we like sit into an invisible another track there. Which we can paint and detail up. And then we run over. This is where we'll be going today. That's quite a distance, isn't it? So maybe a siding of some sort. I keep leaning away from the mic. I do that. Because it's on my third monitor, which when you're talking into a mic feels like it's 8 miles away. Okay, we're on definitely an embankment there, aren't we? Absolutely, as we're approaching viaducts. And here we go, the nut viaduct, the almond viaduct. Impressive structure. That has to go in. Anything like this has to go in on our map. I think I can hear the gates going. I've got the game running still in the background. And we continue on. The map changes from cool 3D to old 2D. And we've got another viaduct here, which I said had interesting bracing. There you go. I guess strengthening. Bit worrying. This is interesting. Oh, I wonder if it was lower. No, that wouldn't be the reason, would it? Anyone know why they would do this? Is this all the, perhaps, strengthening work? Answers on a postcard. I said it's a small viaduct. It's quite monstrous, isn't it? Yeah, we'll do something like that. It looks to be a little different to this one. I don't know whether we can get on that road. No. Saying that, it's probably the same, isn't it? Same sort of stonework. I do love it, though, with the fields we could get going there. Don't know about the river. Maybe paint it in and make it vanish into the scenery where we don't see it anymore. And then we continue. Still on an embankment. We eventually come off an embankment by the looks of things and start heading into a cutting, which would make sense for the next part of our challenge, which a big cut in here. We dive under. What town is this? I'm going to regret asking that, aren't I? Winchborough? Is that what we're going with? Winchborough? I mean, it looks that way, doesn't it? Winchborough. Yeah, we dive under the sort of the main area a little bit. This layout kind of reminds me of America, where everything kind of branches off a main road and they got like a traffic light in the town. And then we got to put this in as well. Especially if you go down to this road here. And we should see that. Yeah. Because the rail line's right down there next to it. So this absolutely has to go in. I'll have to see if I've got any reed assets. I think I might have. It would be nice to get those sprouting out the painted water. We could always have the animated water and do it that way. So then we're heading up and continuing. There's our track we put in last time. Which isn't a basic junction again. No, we shrink down to a single track. And then no doubt crossover. Yeah, I can see the crossover there. And then all the way, we're going to continue over to Linlithgow. Have I been saying it correctly? Unknown. But yes. Over here, if we just briefly look over here, we'll see not Polmont. Where is it? There's another little station. I can't remember where it is, where we branch up and go up to Bowness, is it? Heads up to Bowness. This one here, Bowness. So I must have scooted past it. It's not that one. Does it exist anymore? Is it on the map? Oh, there it is. Bowness Railway. Yeah, what is that? It's got to be a preserved railway, surely. Bowness and Canil Railway. Let's follow it. Where's it go? Oh, it's a bit further to the west, isn't it? Yeah, it goes that way. For a long, long way. Oh, I've lost it. Guys, I've lost it. I've lost the track. Does it not exist anymore? I'd like to put it in if it doesn't. Because that would be cool. I can see it there. Is this it? Buried in all these trees. Oh, there we go. I found it again. Looks to be... Is that single or double track? It looks to be double track. Is it narrow gauge? It looks to be narrow gauge, right? Possibly. I don't know. We'll look into it, guys. Maybe you've been on it. What's it like? I wouldn't mind finding out. Anyway, yes, we come around it. Ah, there's no station here. Or does it even... I don't... This doesn't look like it runs anymore. Oh, that would be a real shame. Not narrow gauge, because it looks like it does join the main line there. Yeah, so standard gauge. Might be a tram of some sort. If we go down here, maybe they use it for outings? I mean, it looks a bit disused, but not terribly. This still looks maintained. Anyway, shall we get a viaduct in? That was more of Grantee just explores the map. Perhaps we head up a touch. It's 100 miles an hour down here. We do eventually hit 90 at the viaduct. Right, if I stay level there, that might be enough. We want this bit level at the very least, because we've got to go over the top, haven't we? We are going to eventually branch out and meet that bit of track there. And get the curve. Right, yes, we can cut in there. Do we want to cut in there? I think there was a bit of a cutting, wasn't there? Before we ramp up and go over the top of the viaduct. I mean, pretty much that's how abbreviated that's going to have to be, which is a real shame. Though if we can get the tram going across in the motorway, maybe we can make that work. Possibly. This might have to head up, I'm not sure. We're going to continue to go round, and then our viaduct should start to happen naturally if we follow the lay of the land, which it is doing. All we've got to do really is figure out where we need to terraform as opposed to rely on the height map. But if it naturally makes it, which it pretty much is, sort of, isn't it? If we do it there and make that a 90 track now as the viaduct, what we should be able to do is lower this bit down here. Let's get the, well, round brush will do. If we flatten that a little bit and have this run down here so that we've got enough for a viaduct. Let's get you in. Are we going to make this work? Not quite high enough. Now we need a little bit more height on this. We could also go up, couldn't we? Right, if we're having the road bridge over there somewhere, should we go up from this point? Just a touch and then flatten out for the junction. Or if we continue to make it go at a set angle so we can make the junction on a shallow grade. So if we hold shift, go up a couple. That might just give us enough clearance. There we go, we're already doing it. If we click on and off of this to reset that and put that very straight now, it's going to do it, isn't it? Beautiful. And we need to just align with the terrain there. It's a bit wiggly, perhaps. We might be able to get this working as well. If we do that, and we're eventually branching off with this one. We're going to have to shift up. What am I using there? 50. There is a section where it says 50, this bit coming up here. So it might be possible to do it at 50, which would be absolutely superb and pretty much spot on, wouldn't it? And then we're just heading, I guess, kind of up. We're going to meet it eventually, aren't we? Yeah, there we go. So if we do that, and from here, we meet into there at 50, that should roughly give us the shape we need. Would need a 50 just here as well. Can we get a 50? Yeah, we can. We might be a bit close to the tunnel and stuff over here. And then would need that to branch in at 50. I know it looks a bit bizarre at the moment, but I'll get it. 50. You do 50 there. There we go. I'm going to take that. Right, let's flatten that down. Official episode. If we can get a nice map with loads of infrastructure in, and detail at the very least trackside by the end, we can have some cab rides, can't we? Cab ride videos, or I'll even join you on a few. Perhaps have live streams if my new internet, when I get it, if I ever get it, sorts itself out. I've got Starlink on order, Elon's internet stuff in space. That would maybe be better than what I've currently got. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not counting chickens just yet. Wasn't this like a ready gravelly thing in here? Maybe the dark one. If we do something like this, bring that down. Can we just paint that in? I sort of like it. It looks like it was this stuff. Do you know, it's a shame you can't tint the actual ballast on the track with a paintbrush, isn't it? I mean, I'm going over this now. Don't go weeding. That's not needed. Yeah, if we look up here, we don't have the outline anymore, so it looks like that's where it should be. A lot of the times, it's very deceiving when this is next to it. But once you delete it, it looks okay. We might be able to gain a bit more height back on this then. Shall we just give it a go? Give that a little bit more height back. Because I would prefer not to dig in too much. But if we have to, we have to. Let's just do that little section. See if we still make a bridge. 90, wasn't it? Viaduct even. Well, it is a bridge, technically. Have I done too much? Well, let's see. There we go. We can get it. Lovely. Now, let's see if we can't find us a nice viaduct on that stone colour. We might have to manually build it. It is flat, but it's on a curve, which means making it manually is problematic. Small? Is that really it? I feel like it's a bit of an easy way out. I really do. We could put it invisible and then add it. Or we could put this in now. I'll tell you what. If we put that in now, I'll look at the possibility of manually building it. So delete that back and then put it in with either Badger Hax's building blocks or the other ones. Yeah, because I could probably make those arches look a bit better. And this doesn't sit on a curve very well. Even though it is a curved viaduct, these don't work too well. So yes, this is just going to be a temporary measure. what we need to do then is think about finishing that and then having the second bit to it somewhere like here. I want to say there. It's not too far after, and at our scale it's probably going to be something like this, isn't it? I'd like this bit to go straight though. That one kind of works actually for that viaduct, especially since it's straight. So we'll put that in temporarily as well, and then I'll decide whether I want to keep that. Because you'd have the road going underneath, wouldn't you? What would it be? Like a country road, maybe? That's not what I had in mind at all. What on earth happened there? Surely you can fit in there. Are we going to have to go? Okay, just go like that for now. Do I need medium? I feel like medium's going to be way too big. I'll tell you what, we'll try medium. Perhaps it will look okay. I mean, they're huge, but maybe. Yeah, I'm not keen on that. Oh, hang on. We can get them squished a little bit if we just do it right there. Perhaps we can take a road underneath now. There we go. Beautiful. Right, medium. Oh, I wonder if that stands for the type of road. I never thought. Yeah, if you go to the bridge thing, it's like small, medium, large, isn't it? Possibly. Ah, dear. Why didn't I see that? Right, then we can connect these two a lot smoother now that we've got them in. Lovely. We change that to an embankment. Lovely. Yeah, okay, that's going to work, isn't it? Just take that edge off it a little bit. We're going to have to, obviously, bring this out a touch up here. It is flat, though, so we should be able to get what we need. Just get the flattening tool. Take the edges out. Can we just smooth that off now? Beautiful. And then smooth that off. Lovely. And this side. Better. Get our paintbrush. And we'll delete that little section. Ooh, that's massive. Delete that there, so we've got a better idea of how it's going to look. There we go, get rid of all that. Ah, no, Grand, what have you done? I was overzealous, and I painted over my painting. Oh, where's the undo? There we go. Where's the undo? I spent so long tidying that up. Right, I'm not going to inflict that on you again. I will go in and do this. There we go, guys. I fixed it. I think we've got enough room for our little siding thing here, haven't we? It's going to be closer to the viaduct and to the junction. Let's just go for 30. Guess it will go in something like that, which would make sense because then it can use this to branch in there. I don't know about at the viaduct, but we're just going to come out something like that. There we go. That's obviously a lot shorter. What we're going to use it for, I have no idea. What we can do, though, is paint this in and then try not to delete it. Is this going to be too high now to get under there? I think we're going to have to start heading down, aren't we? Yeah, but we're going to meet it eventually. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. In fact, we can almost start leveling out as we head into here. This might have been a little bit of a fluke, but perfect. I mean, there is a pretty much big embankment thing going on. We could also start it sooner. We could also do that as well. Yes. Yeah, it did have quite the cutting in there, didn't it? Now, if we do start it here, because we want a good run, ooh, is it that big? Well, yes, we want it to come out a little sooner, don't we? I feel like I'm missing a lot of scenery then, but we'll see. If we come out there instead... Are we miles underground here? Yeah, we are, aren't we? We may have to do some terraforming there. Yeah, are you even going to come out at that height? No, we're way too low. So if we start heading up, is that what actually happens? Now, the lay of the land would suggest that is the case. And that... Oh, what are the odds on that, guys? That's pretty cool, isn't it? I mean, we should be in a bit of a cutting here, shouldn't we? So we should come out like that and flat. Yes, I forgot about that cutting. Is this tunnel too long? I think it's probably closer to true scale. Maybe. Maybe we can get away with this. I do feel like we should be heading up just a touch, but at the same time, if I remember on the map, it was very much cutting territory along here. I know, we'll see how it looks once we're there, which means this will need to come down if that is the case. Yeah, it does feel very cutting-like. I double-checked on the map, so maybe we gain a bit of height, but not too much. Maybe just drift off like this gently around. We do need to go by... Where are they? There's like a mound. Yeah, this is quite flat. There's like a double mound thing that we're going to have to do there. Now we need to just stay flat, I think. Definitely. Yeah, there we go. I think we've got it now. In fact, maybe we didn't need to head up at all. I might just stay flat and see how we go, because we can always terraform around us to get how it feels, because we lose cutting. I know eventually we lose cutting anyway. Is this running right? Close enough. No, that's better, isn't it? I think this is the mound thing, so we need to scoot by that. And where we eventually come out of a cutting, I'm wondering if we don't have more viaducts and stuff over here anyway. Which I'll double check. We're supposed to go back to 100 at some point. Alright, I think we're here, guys. It took a while. We may need to sort out some of these wiggles, but that's easier to sort out once you've got the rough idea of the lay of the land. On heights, anyway, because we can now just do things like this to get it smoother. Yeah, then we've got another wiggle here that we don't technically need some of these wiggles in. I kind of feel like this one where we scoot past the cliff is a thing, though. The mound, or whatever it is. Right, this is going to have to head back now. And possibly head down. No, it will have to head down, won't it? By quite a bit. And if we remember, it was like a crossover here. Whatever speed it's going to be. 50? Maybe 50? Probably could be a bit closer to the corner there. 50. There we go. That would be 50. And then we'd head off straight and flat. If we connect up to there, what sort of grade's that? See, that's nice and gentle. And then we'd be branching out like this. Yes, this won't be here. This will be all flattened out here. In between the two, round this bit. Like that. Now this will obviously be flattened on this side, and then a cutting-ish. Not much of a cutting, it seems to go down and then up with the road. It might have given us a lot more room to do the small town there. Smallish town, anyway. Right, okay. I think I'm happy. This is fortunate. We've managed to gain just a little bit of length on the tunnel. I don't think I've missed anything major out. We should see that nicely from this line that heads up that way. So if we continue this one up, I don't know the speed of this one. I'm just going to go with 90 for now. That's going to head up that way then. Like that. And we should see... Yeah, that's lovely. We should see that on the other side there. Lots of official episode for the end of Season 1. Lovely. Right, buildings. I'm going to go with 160, standard station. What's the next station? Is it closer? It's sort of closer that way, so yes. We want to be further that way. And we've got that other one. Oh, it's on the map. There we go. Yes, there we go. Bonus up there. Brilliant. Love this. It is 100 miles. I'll double check, guys. It's 100 miles an hour all the way roughly after this junction. So we will upgrade it. Might as well do it now together. To show you how easy it is, we're going to do it from 100. That was terrible. It's fine. 100 all the way up here, so that when we're at the station, we can put the 100-mile-an-hour tracks in. And that should be okay, though. I would probably like to go a little straighter off the station anyway. I'm going to delete that back just a touch. Linlithgow, that's what I'm going with. How would you pronounce that? Am I close? It does look to be a little staggered, the platform, but we don't have the finesse available to us for that. We'd need much smaller segments than 40 meters, I think they are, aren't they? There we go. We've got our straight section. Do we stay at 100? We do. We'll double check the speeds, but I think everything that needs to be 100 is 100. And we'll continue this off that way. A little ways over past the station, we actually change back to 90 round here. And so we'll continue that. I'm wondering whether we're low enough to actually make that water. Might be. We will need, I don't know whether there is one, but we will need a crossover here anyway. I think there's a siding. Yeah, we've got a siding anyway, just round here. I'm going to say that's not a fast siding. We'll go, what do we go? We'll go 40 here. And then we've got like a little bit that goes across there. We keep it at 40 as soon as it ticks to 40. And we have that running around here. I mean, it's in there, so I'd like to do it. Probably a little more than what it is. You could hold anything up there, really, couldn't you? You do a little bit of weeding. That's a lot of weeding. Let's just get that down. There we go. Just where things we've done, like sidings and junctions. Might as well do that. It'll save me some weeding later on, won't it? And then should we get a service on? Goodness me, stop weeding then. Alright, I saved it, and I'm also quite sad. I've got a cup of tea, and it's almost cold. I hate that. Oh, nearly a full cup as well. Well, shucks. Anyhow, let's find us a train that runs to Linlithgow. These are all the trains that are departing from Linlithgow. And as you can see, it heads to either Edinburgh or Glasgow Queen Street. We are going to be doing Glasgow Queen Street in, I guess, Season 2 is what we're going with. So we'll be doing that. And this one is either, isn't it? It's going one way or the other. Should we go with, I guess this one's only connected to Edinburgh. It doesn't really matter. They're going both ways. Perhaps one... yes, here we go. We've got local. So we'll choose the local, the first local train after 9 o'clock. This is the one we're going with, guys. Edinburgh, all the way to Glasgow Queen Street. Looks like it's going by Falkirk. It has to. Cumbernauld and, yeah. Brian Robson down there. Springburn. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, that's one we're going with. Terrible jokes aside. Let's build that one for us then, shall we? Which way am I looking here? That confused me. I was looking south. I've had some great stuff sent me on Twitter. I'll talk more about that in the next update. But we're supposed to have a crossover up here to get from 7-11 to 10. However, that would mean some serious terribleness going along. I might be able to do it up this end, though. As this is all a platform, all of this 10, and we can't intersect it now. And if I delete 10, everything after 10 moves down 1. So yeah, I've messed up a little bit here. But thank you for the information. I'll see what I can do. Maybe I'm missing something up here. Or we can improvise and have a crossover there. But yes, I have a mistake there. New line. Do we want to call it anything? Not yet. Just keep it line 1. Let's start. Edinburgh. P12. Because that's where it's always going to run from. And we'll put in Haymarket as the next stop. Because that is the next stop. Yes, you're not going to like it at the moment. That's fine. Let's make sure Haymarket's P4. Leave it. Really? Edinburgh, then Haymarket, P4. That can't be right. Wait, what are you doing there? Well, you're heading from P12. Yeah, no, that might be right. Oh, it's chosen 12. Or did I choose 12? Should we force its hand from the future? Since this is set in stone, this is going to always run from P12. And yeah, we're supposed to be running from... Well, we'll sort out the line in a bit because our next stop is Edinburgh Park. Then Linlithgow up here. That is it. That's all we got. And then we're going to run back. Eventually, we're going to run all the way to... Oh, did I double click that? Oh, you've... No, I know what I've done. After that, we need to add that one back in there. There we go. This shenanigans. Oh, yes. Wait. No, this might be correct, right? Because we need to be on this line heading up here. This is what I was wondering about. What does it do on the way back? Let's see if I can find its return journey. P3. Right, there we go. So it would be P4 for us on the way back. That's what it does. Yeah, it stays completely clear of the other line there. We're going to have that as that blue. Where we're going to find a depot for that is going to be a problem. Yeah, well, we can't bring it out of here. That's a diesel depot. Our EMU depot that we're going to have is up here somewhere. So we need to find one of these depots back here that will help us out. We're coming all the way from down here. That would be an interesting video in itself, wouldn't it? How on earth are we going to get there? Which way do I want to send it out? Well, that way, right? We could cut down here. Go down that line. We could go down that line as well. I'll tell you what. We'll just go down that line. It's the faster line. Let's get one. Buy vehicles. Because we don't have 385s as far as I know. No, we don't. I think we've got to use the 350. Yes, these. Do you have it in ScotRail? I thought we did. Somewhere, right? We had ScotRail. There it is. ScotRail. Get you on there. And you're going to be going on... Did I name it? I don't think I named it. I'll have to look that way. Well, you don't have to look that way. I could just take that off and search it. There we go. Line 1. This one. You're going on there, so we'll let you come out. And then we'll name the line as... This is technically Edinburgh to Glasgow Queen Street. I mean, we could say Waverley, but I'm gonna... That should do, shouldn't it? I think we're good there. There we go, guys. That's on a bit of a journey, isn't it? Right, just for now, because it is going to be a little bit of a break before we come back to the map. Would you like to see, I think it's an 800 running down here. The diesel ones. It's going to be the London, I guess it's London King's Cross to Aberdeen, isn't it? They don't run very often. We're going to have to run it up to there, which might be a problem. But we'll have it, I guess white will do. It's white or red we could have gone for. We can't have white and red. I guess some we can have white, some we can have red. And this is just going to be a temporary King's Cross to, to Aberdeen. There we go. Don't know whether I spelled Aberdeen right, which is awkward because that's where my family's from. Never mind. Anyway, LNER. Gotcha. Now, we need a diesel one to run that, don't we? I don't know which ones. We may have to put a HST on there if we don't have what we need. Buy vehicles. Do we have 80 somethings? There we go. The diesel variant. Do we have them in LNER? We do. How long are they? The little short one? I think they're the longer ones. I'm not sure. I don't... Oh, maybe we put the short one on for now because we've got to turn around early, haven't we? These are 230, which are a little bit long. But if we have the little short one on, then we know we're going to fit. And then we can have King's Cross to Aberdeen. There you go. We come out. And then we'll get on board that. Why not? Because the other one is miles away. Where's our train? Where's our train? There we go. Are you stuck? Oh, we have no signalling coming out the depot, guys. That's a thing that I haven't done yet. We've got no signals coming out the depot at all. Well, that's awkward, isn't it? We need some. I don't know where we're going to put it. This is the train wash, isn't it? So if we put a two-way signal, mainline signal, entry signal on here, that should do. We don't want it one way. We can just have it something like that. There we go. Yeah, we're slightly lacking signals. At least we can roll up to here. I don't know what it's going to do at the moment. And there we go, though. Oh, that looks good. It's in diesel mode. Isn't it? Are they DMEU thingies? They're multi-functional. I mean, that's still a nice size for our first service, isn't it? We do have, I believe, one of these running somewhere. Or we did. Not the LNER. I think we've got to take one somewhere else, haven't we? I think there's the odd train that heads that way. To Glasgow. But we got it in. It's just going direct to the last station on our map. Because we don't have the portal. I love it. Absolutely love it. Should we take a ride on that then? We get to go on the bridge again as things have changed a little bit. We're not going on our main route. I don't know where he's going in here. I mean, that doesn't hurt, does it? I'll take that. We want to be going via, though. We want to be getting over onto there, don't we? Let's just quickly sort that out. I would like them to go via here on the way out. And then after that, come back here, and then you can pick whatever station you like in here. You're determined to go on that one. Why is that? That doesn't make much sense. You wouldn't go in here either. Should we go P, whatever this one is? I don't know what that one is. Is it 19 or 2? Go 2. P2. There we go. That will work. I like that better. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing in here. So after that one, go via that signal there. There we go. A bit messy. Yeah, we've got this train's doing it as well. Can we fix that? See what we can see. It will be this one. So after your last stop, which is Haymarket, don't do the wiggles. Just go like that. That's fine what you're doing. There we go. We've tidied that up, guys. That's nice, isn't it? All tidy for the end. And you should just turn round. What have you gone in at the moment? Hopefully you come out there. You fit, sort of. Yeah. Alright guys, I had to adjust the camera. I forgot about the camera on these 800s. It's in a very, very bizarre position. But it's fixed. And we're heading out from the wrong platform at the moment, but we'll sort ourselves out. We're going to be following a slower train. So that will give us a little chance to see about how the signalling's working. It's not really that accurate. Well, it is, isn't it? But it's going to be held up most of the time in the portal and heading further south. Once we've got the east coast side of things added to the map as well. Is that our other slow service up there? Yeah, so we're going to be chasing yellows. Give us time to look at some scenery, perhaps. We will be speeding up shortly. The train ahead of us will be stopping at all stops while we watch it. So that's what's happening. Alright guys, thank you for watching. And until next time, take care.